Hello, everybody. Renee here. I'm going to be showing you how to build a luminary. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of working with Bethany Barnard for the show and tell of this luminary. She's going to give you, and I'm going to give you a link in the directions if you are in the directions below. And you can go to her to get the exact dimensions and how she puts it together. I will show you some of that, but I'm not going to be very specific because she's the one who actually just put this out last week, and I don't want to steal her thunder. So I am going to connect you to her, but I had some ideas of how to do this differently a little bit, and that's what I'm going to be showing you. So you can see my ideas and then go to her to get those final measurements and see what she's done. I'm going to show you some examples of hers, but see what she's done and make your own decisions on what you want to do. All right. So I'm going to be going live. So I will be with you in just a moment. Everybody, I'm going to switch our viewing just a second so that we are here where I want to be, right on our desktop. I believe we are live. And hello, I see I've got a few people here. I'm going to make sure I'm high enough here. Just want to make sure that, okay, just getting some dynamics going. My viewing has changed a little bit, so anyway, so we'll see how that works out. So hey, I'm going to be showing you some stuff here today. And we are live on Facebook. This is a collaboration with Bethany Barnard. So in the actual message, I'm going to try and put her link for the extra directions, and the extra directions are the actual measurements, and so that you can go ahead and see what the measurements are. I'm going to show you some extra ideas on what she did. All right, and let me show you what she did. And these are mine. I did produce these, but I took she did this for on stage in a class that I took, and these are luminary boxes, and they have little light bulbs at the top, so no more digging down at the bottom. And so these are great luminaries. These are beautiful luminary boxes, and will make great gifts. All right. And so I'm going to talk about a little bit about the details. These, this die and this stamp set, along with this stamp set, is an online exclusive. Okay. And so what's happening here is this online exclusive items I don't have. So I thought, well, maybe not everybody has this. What can we do to make this great luminary without having this particular set? Okay, so some options. All right, and that's what I'm focusing on today. So please look for the link in the actual live stream post or under messages. Okay. I am looking to see if anybody is following. If you are, please say hi if you can hear me. I'd love to say hello. I'm kind of looking because last time I saw that I wasn't talking, that it was not doing the voice, but I think it is because I can see the script at the bottom. So I think we're good. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on with this beautiful, beautiful luminary box and talk about it. First of all, what you end up with is these are the three major pieces. Okay, this is the one piece, And then this is the second piece. This is the front, the longer piece absolutely represents the front, and the more rectangular squared off piece represents the back. All right. And we treat those differently. I'm going to show you that in a second. You do have some extra paper left over when you make these cuts. This paper, this piece, okay, extends and gets trimmed down a little bit so that you can make the luminary holder at the top, okay? So that's going to be your luminary holder at the top. This is one of my alternates that we're going to talk about today, and how we can make those. And so that piece is the third piece, and it's made from one of the extra pieces. So you can make two of these tops holders for the luminary. And then this is for labeling. This will go ahead and create and help you create your labels. So this definitely is useful scrap. All right. So this is a wonderful project. You do use 2 sheets of paper. This is from one, this is from the other, and each has scrap that is usable. Now, let's look at the back and how it gets trimmed down. Again, all the measurements, okay, are with Bethany Barnard. I'm going to give some highlights and specifics, and she even gives her measurements and the directions, all right? So just go ahead and go over there and like her project, as well as mine in YouTube. And that's what I'm going to link you to, is her YouTube link. And I will have this posted on YouTube as well. All right. So anyway, so this is the back. All right. And I'm just going to talk about trimming. So this is basically the back and the sides. And once you cut, this is like an inch here, and you're going to cut these, and then you're going to go ahead and miter these 2 tabs. Okay, this piece actually in the middle is going to get glued down. Okay, and this is the 1 inch score line. This is the shorter score line of that. And that literally goes ahead and gets glued down. And this represents, the 1 inch does represent the top of the box, the luminary box. And I do call it a box because it's shaped like a box. All right, but it's great. It's a beautiful box. All right. So anyway, so here you go. So that's going to get taped down. These are both mitered. Remember, whenever you miter something, you're always going to go, and this is a trick that I've learned. Anytime you miter, you cut up to that score line, and then you're going to miter from outside. So when you go from the outside to the top in, you're going to go fat to narrow, right? That's how it works, fat to narrow. And you do that at both ends, and do the exact same thing here, fat to narrow. That's always how you miter. And you miter those tabs. You don't need to miter this piece at all. Then on the bottom, you are going to do, this is the bottom piece, and these pieces are going to be hidden underneath the front. So what we're going to do is this piece will go down first, then these 2 pieces get glued to that, so it looks like that, and then the front will go over this. So this is the back and the sides, right? And again, whenever you miter, the trick is always the same, okay? So there's no other big tricks to this piece, but those are both tabs are mitered top and bottom, and you're just cutting to that 1 inch. And this is a 2 inch score line. The bottom, this is a 2 inch score line, okay? All right, and these are actually 2 inches each, okay? So 2 inches, 2 inches, 1 inch. All right, that is the back part. The next part is our front. I'm just going to put those at a handy distance. The next piece is our front. And our front, I have decorated both fronts, but basically, again, what you're going to do here, these are, I believe, this is an inch. No, this is a 3/4. See, this is why I don't want to quite do those, but I believe that is, yeah, that's 3/4 of an inch up. And then that ends up to be from the edge 2 3/4 up. So it's 2 inches from the 3/4. So that's 2 3/4 up. And then this is simply 2 inches. Okay. So the bottom is 2 inches. The top has 2 score lines. And so, and across. All right. And this is, these edges are 1/2 an inch each. These edges here are 1/2 an inch. And what you're going to do here, and I'm going to show you this, this is one of my examples that we'll be talking about. But what you're going to be doing here, if you can see the difference, all right, so those are both the tops, is that you are going to actually cut this entire tab. This entire tab gets totally cut off all the way up to that 2 3/4 score line that is made, and gets, unlike the other piece that does not get cut off, these actually get cut off. Okay, that's the difference. These do get cut off. The only mitering that you're going to do on the front, this does represent the front, and this is where the masterpiece is created. Okay. You want to go ahead and make sure you make a good miter here, and that's so that it goes in easily. And that's just to that, that's just to that 3/4 inch line, okay? Because that's your little inside fold. And so that's this right here. All right, so that represents that. That is the top of your box. So that should get mitered, but nothing else here and nothing on the bottom. Okay, again, what we're going to do here at the bottom, there's only a 2 inch score line up. And then these were, if I am correct again, these were 1/2 an inch, and you're going to cut those tabs off, unlike what you did with the back. And that's those. That's how those work. And no mitering. So this, you only miter that small piece, okay, that tucks into your top of your box. But on the back piece, you are going to miter all those outside tabs. Okay? All right? Just like that. Okay. So this is what this is going to look like. You are then going to go ahead and decide what you want to do. And just for simplistic sake, what we're going to do is, this represents your center. And this center is 4 by 6 1/4. That is it 6 1/4 or 6? Yeah, 6 1/4. So this is a 4, excuse me. Yeah, a 4 by 6 1/4. This is a 4 by 6 1/4. That is your area that you are going to be working on with your design. And what I did for that one is I used our circle dies. I used our new deckled circle dies. I do love them. I thought I would not get them, but I do love them. And I used 2 sizes as examples. The one size was this one right here. Okay, this one right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th one from the center. or what is about 3 5/8 wide. If you go from end to end, this is 3 5/8 wide. And I use that circle. And then I used a smaller circle because I had another idea that I want to show you. And that circle is about 3 inches. All right, so that circle was about 3 inches. So these are those beautiful circle dies. This is our 3-inch, and then this is that 3 1/2, all right, inches wide. Okay, so those are the two. They're beautiful dies. And so I did use that, and I cut out the center. So for this one in particular, I did cut out the larger circle, all right? And you can see here, I used the St. Nicholas bundle. I used the designer paper, and of course I used the stocking dies. And I used the Joyous from this other set that I'm going to be using a lot today, and that is Joy of Noel. I do love that set, and these snowflakes can come from the Chic or dies, or from the it is called the Chic dies, or the what's it called now? The Wishes All Around dies has some great snowflakes, and you can add those to that. And so this was from an old die set for a tree, and you do have other sets to put a tree in. So this is an idea where you just cut a circle out of the middle and start building. Now, how I put these little booties in is I went ahead and taped them to the back of this. So all I do is put a little piece of tape. Thank you to Shannon West, who always tapes things when you can't see them. And that's what I did. All right, so that's one of the boxes. I did emboss this, which is really great. I simply put the embossing folder up to that line. So simply take that embossing folder up to that 2 3/4 line is what I said, and just go ahead and emboss that, and then emboss this, because that's the top and that's the bottom. And I did decide to do the bottom embossing as well, and that's real cute. Okay, so that's an example of what you can do with that large die. The other thing you can do with that large die as a face, all right, the large die. Let's continue with the large die, and then we'll talk about the small die, because that's what I think is a good plan. So with the large die, I went ahead and cut the larger circle out, and as you can see here, I used these wonderful adhesive back star trinkets, which I absolutely love. And then these snowflakes are all from the Chic dies. All of these. So I took the largest ones, 1, 2, 3, and put them straight across. Then these were the tiniest ones in the Chic dies. You can see this one right here. And then this was the medium size one in the Chic dies. And I just went ahead and put 1, 2, 3, and then 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Okay. This is just some extra little fun that I added for the heck of it. And just a little gold ribbon. And I have bells, but you might have some other trinket that you could add right there. A little light bulb could work. A little light from one of our other sets, like the Merry and Bright set. Maybe that would work. And then I do love, 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 love our Joy of Noel bundle with the Noel and its dies. And it is absolutely wonderful. It also has some really cool dies that could be used with this example, this one, and these could be used. So, and you have, of course, the beautiful leaves. So you have various options with this set. So this should just pique your curiosity and go, oh yes, I can do a lot of different things. I also, on the back, for each one, on the back of the card, I cut a piece that is 4 by 5 3/4 and pretty much center it, or just take it way down to about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. That's plenty. And just center it in the middle, and then go ahead. That's that designer series paper in the mini catalog. It is a vanilla color. It's absolutely gorgeous. And now the name is, I've got it right here. The name of that one is Shining Brightly. Love that paper. Love, love, love that paper. And so that would go on the back of that. So, so here I just cut out the Noel and then went ahead, and I'm going to show you how to put this together after I show you some other ideas. This is all about the ideas and getting that together. All right. So that's going to be a great little luminary with that opening. Now you can, if you want to, you can put in some more sprigs or something like that if you want. For example, these are the sprigs from that Joy of Noel set. And you can, if you want, you can go ahead, and I would literally take tape and tape this down. Okay, and just have this come off of here if I wanted to. And I've got a few sprigs here, and I could do that as well. I do not. I want to keep it pretty open, but I just want to show you. I thought I had a third sprig. Maybe not. Maybe it kind of disappeared, but that's okay. Not a biggie. But you can also go ahead and do something like that. Even the 2 are plenty, but you can go something like that and tape this straight to the back. So you simply go ahead and put masking tape right down, and that'll work. And then you can even close up that opening even more. I don't feel that it's necessary. I think this is, and you'll see once it's done, I think it's pretty impressive as it is. But of course you can. All right, you can fill up the inside more if you like. But I was pretty satisfied. Okay, so what happens here is you can use window screen. That's one of the things you can do, is you can use window screen and tape that window screen down so that you can sturdy that these delicate pieces so that they don't bend and things like that. You can use, of course, the adhesive sheets, and I'm going to show you that in a second, but you can use those adhesive sheets and go ahead and cut out anything using the adhesive sheets, and then they would go ahead and you could take off the adhesive, and then they would glue right on to that window sheet, and everything can be protected so you don't have to worry at all. Okay, so I am not concerned. This is a gift for this holiday. And so I believe that it is sturdy enough, but window sheets never hurt. The window sheets that I sometimes use are the window sheets that are found in these kits right here when they're brand new. I will pull these off, these window sheets right here, and put all the sayings right onto that backing, and then go ahead and use that as my window sheet. That works real well if they're not damaged. All right, so you can go ahead and do that. So that's that one that I wanted to show you. This is from, this was another one that I did to show you something else very similar to what she did with these aspen trees, I went ahead and I cut out with my, it was a Snowflake Wishes bundle a couple of years ago. And it has a wonderful, huge snowflake right here that goes ahead and cuts out the snowflake part from the paper so that you would have a great little opening for tea lights. And also what I did is I took one of the more distinctive, and I'm going to show you that here on this other piece, the more distinctive snowflake, and just completely cut it out so more light comes out. Then I put the Merry and Bright on top. And again, this can work as a luminary. And I stamped it. Again, I stamped this part and this part because you will see the bottom and the top. I decided not to go ahead and do the back and the sides because I just felt like that would be too much. So just the top and the bottom, I thought, and the face, of course, I thought was really nice. All right, so let's go ahead and discuss our third option and what you can do. So this one is the set that is called Wishes All Around. And that is when I use the smaller die, okay, the circled die. And I went ahead and cut out with those sheets, okay? With those sheets, what you do is you cut it out. So you take the sheet, I'm just going to try and show you here. You take the sheet and you remove the one side of it. And it's pretty obvious what side should come off because otherwise it gets real messy. But the side that kind of bends, you see how this is kind of like this. So what this does, see how that works? So that's cut. So this is the side that's going to adhere to the paper. So this is the side that's going to adhere to the paper. These strips are cut, not the gluey surface. So I can take this and cut this so that I can actually place it onto an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and start cutting out things. So that works real well. And then I just continue to cut out. And so that's what I did here. I just put it on and then I cut it out. Of course, I use this side to cut out. And then on the backing now, I have the sticker. And so with this one, what I would do is I would simply remove the sticker. Let me see if I have. Okay, so here is the sheet. Here is the window sheet. I would take my tear and tape and put my tear and tape across here and here, place my window sheet down. Okay, then that's settled, correct? And that would be on that front part. So I would take my window sheet and put it down. And then what I do is I would take the sticky off. And it really comes off fairly easy. You find an edge that comes off and it starts peeling off. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and stick that directly on there centrally. And so part of it sticks onto the screen, onto the window sheet, and the other to the paper. And so that becomes your front. Okay. So then what I did in this set, I could have used the snowflakes. In this set, you have these leaves, all right, these berries, and there's 2 of them. And so you can cut out the berries individually or as a pair, but I wanted to do them individually so that I can go ahead and make an opening. So now what you have is this great opening with this wreath. And I do have a label that I made for it from the scrap. And oh, I put it on backwards. That's so this is upside down. Yeah, it goes like this and like that. This is the top. And so then I have this right here. And so I can go ahead and use that window sheet and use something very delicate and adhere that delicate piece to the paper and to that window sheet. So that would be a front. And again, that would be really great because that has enough holes for your luminary and would be very, very pretty. So that's another idea. So if you have that set, there you go. All right. So that was just trying to show you some ideas of how this works. Okay. So, and this has the adhesive sheet on it also. So I could cut out some more of the leaves or I could cut out some of the snowflakes and adhere them to anything I would like. All right, so let's see where we are. So you got those directions, you saw some ideas. The next thing I want to talk about is this is what holds. So this is about a 4 by 3, I believe, this one, 4 1/4 by 3, and these are 1/2 inch. So it's a 4 1/4 by 3, and these are each 1/2 inch. And what this is what's going to hold your tea light. Okay. And the thing with this is that, you know, in Bethany's, they all are centrally located. And even though this was high, she had like a moon right here, so she could centrally locate her tea light and you wouldn't see the bulb. All right. And you wouldn't see the bulb because it's right behind the moon here, which is just perfect and beautiful, really well thought out. But when you're making alternates, it doesn't work out as well. So that when I take this one right here, I'm showing you the one here, this is too high. So this would actually show. This would actually show if it were in the middle. So I don't necessarily have to make a hole in the middle. So I'm going to find out once I build my luminary, I'm going to find out exactly where I should place my hole. And it's pretty simple when you do your hole. If you don't have a punch, you can use dies, but with a little 1-inch punch, you're simply going to fold this down and go in between the two lines, the two folded over areas, and put your punch. You can put it anywhere you like. You do want to make sure that when you go to the edge, no matter which edge you use, if you're all the way over to the edge, that you leave a little bit, like at least maybe 1/4 inch is the smartest thing to do. Leave 1/4 inch because you have to fit the tea light in. So you got to make sure it fits in there. So if you're ready to punch there, you can put that there and say, oh, does it cover it? And it does. If I put that tea light there, I have more room here on that left side, so it will go in. Okay. And that's what I had to do right over here. I had to make sure that I had enough area right here. All right. So that when that goes in, all right. I didn't glue that one part down yet. Okay. So I didn't glue that quite down yet, but it will get there. Okay. So let's go ahead and now show you how to do this. I've given you all the examples. I showed you the extra pieces. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take this 5 3/4 by 4, and this was a 6 by 12 piece of designer paper. And so I did cut it at 4 to maximize. And it doesn't matter if it's 5 1/2 or 5 3/4. There's still going to be, you know, a little bit of waste, I would call it. So I might as well go ahead and do the 5 3/4 to make sure that I have enough backing so it's good and centered and I don't see the top or the bottom. So that's most important to me. All right, and that'll be really good. So that's really nice like that. So that goes on the back as you saw, okay? So that's that dimension. So then what I want to do with this is I'm going to line these up, okay? So I'm going to line these up like this, okay? And so what's going to happen is this is going to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue right here at this edge, right here, okay? And then once I do that, I'm just going to take it to the edge. Just going to take it to the edge, hold my finger there, kind of make sure it's centrally located and hold it to the edge best I can. Hold it there. I think I did that right. Did I do that right? I did not do that right. No, I did not do that right. It goes on the inside. I am so sorry. It goes on the inside. Now, what I'm going to do here, obviously, is I'm going to put some designer paper on this, on the outside, on those back edges. Actually, I fold it like this. That's what it was. I fold it like this and put it in. I'm so sorry. It goes on the inside. Goes on the inside like that. All right, not on the outside. Now that did mess me up. That did mess me up. I probably am not going to use this piece because that is going to be too bad. All right, so I did lose this piece, that's for sure. I guess if I put designer paper, I guess I could put that designer paper on there. So I would put a piece. So for this mistake, I would put a 2 by 6¼ DSP of this and 6½ of DSP of this on those two sides. I would do that because I would want it to look nice, and I think I can. So I will do that. I'll be all right. So it's on the inside. And we want to make sure this is the top. This is the top. We want to go ahead and take this and butt that right up. I put more glue on. I'm hoping, no, you're not seeing this. So I butted it up. It goes on the inside and I butted it up here like that. That's fine. Just trying to get this not to stick too badly to it. That's good. I'm going to use my embossing buddy to help me get rid of that glue. So you saw that, sorry about that. So it goes right here, all right, on the inside. And I just laid it down and I'll show you the second side better. And this will be all fine, you'll see. I'm just trying to get that glue off of there. Make sure I don't have any glue there. Okay. So that is the top. So everything's going fine. And now this gets to be real easy because all you're going to do is flap that over. So that's really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our glue right here, right there, right there. And we're going to take that and we're going to take it up right to the edge. Sorry. I'm not probably in there. Right to the edge. I'm not doing as well as I would like. Should fold right to the edge, right to the edge. There it goes, right to the edge. There it is. Right to the edge. You just fold it over. That's the beauty of this, okay? Fold it right over there like that. And like that, that's fine. So there it is. Okay. I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, I think I have to get a little further. I changed, my system was upgraded, and so my viewing has changed. All right, so anyway, so we're good there and there. This is all great. And so now when we're gonna do this, we want the front to go in last. So, and we don't want these tabs. That was the whole big deal, right? So what we want to do is we want to put the back tab in from the more squared off piece. That back tab, as I told you earlier, goes in. Then I'm going to just put glue here. As you can see, I'm going to fold this down and fold this down. And then I'm going to fold this down the front. The front goes in last. That's important. I'm putting plenty of glue there to keep that shut. There you go. There you go. There you go. And there's that piece. And there it is. See how that's looking? All right. And so now what you're going to do is I'm going to check out if I put my luminary in the center, will it show? It doesn't show. This is high enough. This is high enough. And this is about 1.5 inches height on there. And I think it would be okay. But since it goes fairly far down, I think I'm still going to put it on the side for this one. I still am going to put it on the side because I trust it more on the side. So, because this side is definitely lower and so is this. So I'm just going to put my light in the side because this is higher and I don't want to be sorry. So I'm just going to put my hole in there. And so when we put this in, all we're going to do is we're going to take it down to the edge of that fold and try to keep it straight, right? So all you're going to do is you're going to put your glue here and you're going to put your glue on your tab here, put your glue on your tab here, and then you're going to go ahead and place this right down here. So you're going to place it right down. It goes pretty low. So it goes almost to the edge of that fold. So there was that little fold here. So let me show you where that's going. So there was that fold here. It's almost going all the way down to that edge of that fold. All right, I keep it, sorry. Ooh, that was a knock, sorry. So I keep that down to that fold, and all I care about is keeping it somewhat straight here on this other side. Now I did not use the window sheet. I could have, but I did not. And so now all I have to do is turn on my light. And it goes right in there. And it closes up perfectly. And then you have your little tea light. Now, again, if you wanted to, you could go ahead. If you want to, you could go ahead and put something there. Now that I see that opening, I go, well, you know, I could go ahead and put some of this here. You know, I could. You know, so that I have less of an opening, but I still really like it. I really like the snowflakes. And so this would work really well. And again, what I'm going to have to do, we all know I'm going to have to get some strips of that beautiful paper. And which I have. Let's see if it might be long enough. This will be, yay, this will be perfectly long enough. And this has to be, as I said, 2 inches. So that is 6. So all I'm going to do is cut a piece that is 2 inches. And if I'm lucky, the other piece is almost 2 inches. It is. I did luck out. Aren't I a lucky one? And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that and simply put that on the sides, which just make it beautiful. There we go again, out of the screenshot. I'm too close. I will, sorry about my throat. I will go ahead and I'll show you how to do the other side. All I did was take this. I actually can put it on this paper, the glue. Probably better to put it on the paper, the glue, like that, and just place it directly on the sides. So these are just some alternate ways of doing this. And then now my box is gorgeous, right? Who knows? Nobody knows, right? And so there you go, a beautiful little Noel opening. Actually, oh, there's that third one, I think. Oh, there's the third one. Newest somewhere here. Actually, I think what would be really cute is you could even build something in the background, you know, which could be an intriguing idea, is go ahead and put some things just back here, like this, and then maybe a tree, something like that. So you have an image back there. That could be really pretty. Or you could have, from that beautiful St. Nicholas, we could have St. Nick back here. Wouldn't that be cute? Wouldn't I think I might do that on this one? It could be either a tree or St. Nick or an elk. I like the St. Nick back there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That is going to get die cut out and placed in there, and you will see my photo once I get done with that. I'm not going to waste your time to show you that, but I will simply cut him out and I will simply put dimensionals and put him in the center so you can see how that's going to look. That's going to look just fabulous in there as the tea light. Wonder if I shut that off, if that helps at all, so you can see kind of, isn't that the coolest? That's great. That's always creating ideas. So this is what you can do. All right. So that was pretty much it. I just wanted to give you some other ideas and other sets that you could use. I named some sets. I hope you like this video. Please comment or give me a heart on my Facebook page. Please like. Don't forget to check out the actual measurements with Bethany. And you saw the miters and you saw how you can close it up. You saw how you can make a mistake and then fix your mistake. So that's the good news. It's a lovely, lovely piece. And I hope you make one. Please, if you do make one, please post it in the messages on this, or post it. I don't think in YouTube you can actually do that. Wonder, that would be kind of fun if we could show images on YouTube. Maybe we can. I don't know. But if you can, show me on YouTube what you created, what your idea was for this great box. Okay. So thank you from Renee, and I hope to see you soon. I can't promise anything. Life is being more complicated than I like and is keeping me away from doing these lives. So patience. I'll be back weekly someday soon. Let's hope. All right. Take care, and I'll be seeing you later.